Here we are then. We are in the van, ready to have a day working on it. We've actually hired a bay in a campervan conversion company, and the plan is to cut holes in the side. So we're going to be cutting holes in the side of this van today to fit 3 windows, so that's quite exciting. All that needs to happen then, before we can start all the interior stuff, is we need to put the skylights in the roofs and a solar panel on the roof and a little vent for the shower area. Once they're all in place, we're on to the interior. We've got the insulation ordered, that's being delivered maybe even today. Well, by the time you watch this, we will have the insulation. So yeah, we're making progress on the campervan conversion. It's exciting stuff. We've had this van now for where are we at? December now. Yeah, 4 months. So it's been sat waiting for us to have time to work on it, and now my wife has finished her studies, so we've now got time to spare to work on it together. You will notice that Jodie is not on camera. She does not like being filmed, so whenever there is a black box moving around the screen, that's my beautiful wife. So yeah, she won't be on camera, but she is here helping. So yeah, very grateful for that. But yeah, let's get to it. I'll do a little guide around and we'll show you what's happening. So here we are at Bays and Compact Camper Company. So they have a great little place where you can rent out what they call a bay, which is a great place where you can go and do all the bits that you need to do to your van whilst converting it. For us, it's just a dry space, because otherwise we're on the drive or on the road. So here we are, we're measuring up meticulously the space for the window. So we've measured the internal diameter, or well, not even diameter because it's not a square, the internal measurements of the windows, and now we're measuring the panel to then work out how far in from each of the edges of the panel we need to come to then cut out the hole. And then we do it top to bottom as well. Make sure we are bang in the centre of this panel. Now we've gone to the lines that you can see, which are the vertical lines, which may or may not be in the centre of the actual indent, but we think it's the best place to put it. So now we mask up the area around the windows and make sure we're masking the space to be able to mark up the hole that we want to cut, and also outside of it. And the reason you mark outside of it is so when you do your jigsaw, any metal filings that hit the underside of the plate don't end up scratching the paintwork. So here I am, I'm not using the level to make sure it's level, I'm just using it as a straight edge because the van isn't parked on the level. So it's just a case of a lot of measuring and a little bit of dancing, because there is music happening here. So I'm happy, and now with all my fun PPE, drilled the holes. Now we drill bigger holes. So this is a small hole saw that's just big enough to get a jigsaw into the holes, so we can then go around and actually cut the hole in the van. Scary. And another one in the opposite corner. So yeah, a little bit more about Bays. They've got this place, and it's great in Northamptonshire. And they provide you with all the tools. You can use your own tools as long as you have proof of public liability insurance. But it's a great little place. Sign up for a year's membership, which is free, and then you pay, I think it's £50 a day for renting it out. So I've cut the top, and I'm just taping that back up to stop it vibrating quite so much now when I cut the rest of it.
corners, well, all 3 of the corners cut out, and then Jodie is on the inside. So now we've got some bare metal around the edge where we made the cut, so just some red oxide primer just to stop that rusting. And now it's the frame for the window. So you make this out of wood. As you can see, we've got 3/4 of it done. So we're just measuring and cutting the final batten. And then we just make sure that all lines up. And that is the beauty of an engineer's square, is that it has 45 degrees on it, as well as 90. So you don't have to do any calculations or anything, you just got to make sure you hold it the right way round, which I'm not here. There we go, the realisation came just in time. Beautiful. They also have a compound miter saw for you, so I've set that to 45 degrees. Just trim off that end blob. Do the other one, make sure you line it up. I never use the lasers on these things because they're never accurate. Just like that, job's a good one. And then what I've also done is I've drilled holes in the long bits so you can see the screws already pre-screwed in, or partially pre-screwed in, and now it's a case of just screwing these down into the rest of the frame. And sorry about the focus change. I really need to remember to change that setting. And now sitting here doing this voiceover, I've realised I've been filming today and forgotten to do that setting again, so yay. And now we have the internal metal frame for the window. That fits in perfectly, hopefully. Just like that, snug as a bug in a rug. And make sure that's fully pressed in. So that then uses this wood to sandwich between this the inner metal frame and the outer window. Elephant in the room, that is not the hole that we just saw, it must cut out. So yeah, I forgot to film us fitting the big window. So this is us fitting the final small window. So I push it into place here. We've put Sikaflex sealant on it, and now we just hold it there, and my beautiful assistant holds it there while I then come inside, open the window so we can actually converse easily. You can see it's in its place, and you can see the step downs there, so that's where the metal frame screws into essentially, which just goes up against the outer bit of it. So you just sort of hold it in there, and then you get some speed clamps once you've got it lined up anyway. And do that, and then you just put some screws in. Now these are just screwing into the wood, and it just, they're screwing into the metal on the outside, and it sandwiches the inner plate against the outer window, squeezing the Sikaflex as well for a really good quality seal. And then the final part is to put on the blind cassette. These were a bit of a pain, but you get one screw in, and then you try and get the second screw in just by moving things around. And then the final two are the really hard ones. You've got to really pull on the frame. I imagine different companies make different ones, some of them probably fit a little bit better than this maybe, but we just had to pull on it a little bit just to make sure these screws cleared the internal metal frame. So yeah, that's that. The van now has 3 windows. We got one on the sliding door on the side, then one opposite that, directly opposite, and then the small one in the bedroom that we're about to see here. So yeah, this will be the bedroom area here, just below that small window on the right. And you can see here we have a blackout blind and a mosquito net, or fly net, or whatever bugs you don't want coming in. and it's amazing what a few windows can do to transform the side of your van. It now looks less like a Amazon delivery van and more like a camper van, from the outside anyway.
That's the day done. We have successfully put 3 windows into Paul. That's the name we've given our camper van. And I'm now driving home and hoping that they don't fall out on our way home. But I hope you enjoyed that video. It's not really a how-to, but you might take something from it. You might take some learnings. So yeah, I'm pretty happy we got all of that lot done in the amount of time it took us. So we arrived at 9ish, had our little induction because it was our first time here at Bays, and it's now 4:05. We had 45 minutes for lunch. Pretty happy. 3 windows done in that amount of time. What's that, 6 hours realistically? It's probably a bit less than 6 hours. 2 hours a window. I'm very, very happy with that. That was a stellar day. And sorry for the poor sound. I didn't put my microphone on at all. So yeah, we'll have a nice voiceover though. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that one. Next video on this build is probably going to be the skylights and the solar panel. And then after that will be insulation, bed making, and floor, electrics, shower, kitchen. Oh, we've got to take out the bulkhead as well. Once we've put the skylights in, it's that's the last of the holes to the outside world, so then we can take out the bulkhead. So yeah, happy days. The van conversion continues. I've still got to finish the little bit of paint bodywork, but I'll show you that once I've done it, because I haven't had the right weather for it. Didn't really want to do that today. Like and subscribe, follow for more. Hope you enjoyed this one. We got more race car stuff, we got more campervan stuff. I'm excited. Let's go!